Professor Richard Schmalensky covers the topic of social movements, particularly how they aim to influence policymakers and what it takes from those leaders in regards to environmental movements. He uses a good amount of examples from history to reinforce the ideas and points that he is making. The first thing that I learned from this lecture was that social movements tend to be more on the margins of the system. He brings this up when discussing the difference between interest groups and social movements, where interest groups are more conservative and try to resist radical changes because they are a part of the whole system. Social movements are aiming to engage in those non-routine and very radical actions. They aren't as rigid, social movements aren't as rigid or structured in the sense that their motives, actions, are not always going to be explicit or established in a routine. This pertains to membership as well in social movements because it fluctuates and there's not always a way to account for who becomes involved. If we think about it, there are times when we do something towards a movement or a cause, but didn't consider ourselves an official member of the cause, such as signing a petition. Things such as marches are also good examples of this, because those people who are involved in participating in the march and support the cause but don't consider themselves an official member or participate on a routine basis. These movements engage in such non-standard actions that stand out to create awareness and show policymakers that this is an important topic and a good number of people care. The second thing that really stuck out to me was that a conflict of values has a significant impact on the effectiveness of these movements, or simply if the person agrees with you or not. He spoke about this in regards to the anti-globalization movement. This kind of situation is where the understanding of the importance of having a variety of goals can come into play, as well as the ability to reframe the situation to accommodate for that. Realizing the impact of personal values on a person and adjusting your message to better appeal to the people, such as policymakers, could be the difference in whether or not there is progressive action towards your goal. I think this lecture did a good job explaining the necessary components and actions of a social movement, especially through his extensive use of examples and situations.